Good evening to everyone. Welcome to our newest live stream. Today we have one of the most interesting races ever. John Cornyn versus Ken Paxton, incumbent Republican, more establishment, more anti-Trump, even though he voted almost every time with Trump. And this is a very important race because we'll see if John Cornyn is able to stay in touch with the Republican movement here. It will be an interesting thing for sure to watch. I know polls will close in just 13 minutes from now, and it will be a very, very interesting race. As you can see here, of course, you're still missing everything, but in the first round, as you can see here, Cornyn was able to win this by just 1.2 points. The point is, President Trump endorsed Ken Paxton just a couple of days ago. That's why last week, that's why now Ken Paxton is the ultimate favorite to win today, the race. It doesn't mean it's over. It doesn't mean it's over. John Cornyn is not your type, like Bill Cassidy in Louisiana, or like all of those Indiana state Senate incumbents that lost. It's not the same, even though it is very, very hard. We need to be honest. We need to be true with everyone here. It is very, very hard for Cornyn to actually pull this out today. This is just my point of view here, and it will be the question that will lead us to the bigger question. The bigger question will be, what will be the margin for Ken Paxton? Because, I mean, Cornyn doesn't have a chance. We need to be honest with everybody. He doesn't have a chance, so we need to focus on what's going to be the margin. If you go here to call sheet, the prediction market, right now the margin is at, let me just re-update this, is at 13 points, if I'm not mistaken, exactly, 13.7. So right now they're not predicting a very high margin when it comes to this race tonight. 13 points would not be a very big margin. Why am I saying this? Because when it comes to the election or to the poll that we got before, basically that poll was saying plus 20 for Ken Paxton. Right now we're seeing here 13 on college. Of course, college isn't everything, and we need to be honest about that as well. Sometimes people overestimate those prediction markets, but it's interesting just in the sense that we can actually see what people think about this. And in the odds of winning the race, we're seeing 98% chance of winning for Ken Paxton, Republican endorsed candidate by President Trump, and that's why it is overwhelmingly expected that he will win this race. We don't know by how much. That will be the question. We don't know if he's going to win, of course, because we don't have any results in. In terms of the votes that we got today, this is Travis County. As you know, this is Austin. It's one of the most bluest ports of Texas. One of the only, by the way, and one of the only urban parts of Texas that actually votes blue by 70% plus margins. You go here to Travis, you got some big portion here. That's the election day vote. We also got the early vote. As you can see here, 39% of election day. That's higher than in the first round, and it's updating in real time, and it's almost 40% right now, and it's higher in the first round. Why? Because right now we have less Democratic voters, we have more Republican voters. They tend to vote more on election day. Also, very important aspect about this split between election day and early voting. Don't forget, Ken Paxton, Republican endorsed. He's more MAGA. He tends to do better when it comes to the election day vote. So the first votes we're going to see are going to be the most or the best votes for Cornyn. That means, and when this map starts to fill in, which will be in just a couple of minutes from now, we'll start to get the first early votes. That will be the best number for Cornyn. They'll have to wait to actually see if that number will go down, by how much, and that will be the question. Right now, if you go here to, this is Montgomery County, it's one of the best counties for, let me just update this, now almost 50,000 votes, probably can reach that in the 9 minutes we're still missing. So this is one of the best counties for Ken Paxton. Ken Paxton won this by 27 points in the first round. That's why if you go here to the race, let me just go here, look at this. It's Montgomery County. It's one of the most reddest counties when it comes to the biggest producing counties for the Republicans. Of course, not the biggest in terms of percentage-wise. I mean, Trump got here 70% or 75% or something in that ballpark. Of course, it is not the highest percentage. If you go to this part here, I mean, Trump got here 90s or high 80s, but this was one of the ones that got the highest margin. When you go to the margins, that's one of the highest. Ken Paxton got 55% here. That's why this is a must win, of course, for him, because otherwise he will not win the race. But it's not just a must win. He really needs to get up the margins and really try to have turnout. And turnout is down here when you compare to Travis. And Travis is one of the best areas for Cornyn. As you can see here, he got 54%. We should expect him to win Travis County tonight. And if you go here to this prediction, which is a Vote Hub, fantastic website, by the way, I just want to say props to them. And if you go to this prediction, they're saying that John Carney will get 40% and Ken Paxton will get 60%. That'll be a Paxton plus 20. Right now, Kalash is saying Paxton plus 13. And Vote Hub is saying Paxton plus 20, which is in line with many of the polls we got before. And if you go here to Austin, you're seeing here some very high percentages for Cornyn, and also in Houston, you're seeing that. So we should expect a lot of strength for Cornyn in the urban areas, in the suburban areas, to try to be evenly split, like in the primary. If you go here to the primary, we got a very evenly split race when it comes to suburban voters. Urban voters was going for Cornyn by 8, and in rural voters, we got Paxton plus 4. That's why we should expect the same split, but much better for Paxton. That'll be the case here. And I'm just trying here to check. Now we're only 7 minutes away until polls close in the state of Texas. We're very close until that big moment. If you're there, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to leave your like down below as well. Help reach us better numbers. And like Paxton wants to reach tonight. We don't know. We'll see. We also have some not very important races here to stateside. We do have some in not governor. I think it's lieutenant governor. No, attorney general. Exactly, attorney general race. So we do have attorney general races in the Republican side and also in the Democratic side. I think we can do a small recap of what happened previously. So here, I mean, Nathan Johnson got 48%. We should expect to win again in this race. But if you go here, Tony Box did great in the more Latino areas, and then Joe Jaworski, I'll get him tonight, did better. I don't know, in many of those small rural counties. It's not really significant, but we'll see. Of course, Nathan Johnson will win this. I mean, 48% is just a couple of votes. So in the Republican side here, Mays Middleton got 39%, and then Chip Roy got 32%. Chip Roy did much better in all of those Latino communities, and also in those urban counties, except from Dallas. But I think he did a very great job in Travis, also in Bexar County. So we should expect those races to be. This one should be competitive. I mean, the other one, no. But let's go to. I think we get some. We have a lot of runoffs here in the house. You can see all of those that are in a different color rather than just red or just blue. We do have runoffs there. Here you can see. And I think we also have another runoff. Let me just check here in decision desk. We also have the lieutenant governor in the Democratic side, Marcus Velez and Vicky Goodwin. But Goodwin, I think she was very close to win the race. Let me just check here. Lieutenant governor, Democratic, yeah, exactly, 48%. So another one, Marcus Velez will do will do amazing when it comes to the more Latino-heavy communities. That is what we should expect from him. The point is, those are not enough votes. Here, you give here to Webb County 65%. So he will win most of these areas when it comes to Latino heavy. The point is, it's not enough to win the state of Texas, because when it comes to Dallas, when it comes to Austin, he's getting destroyed, and that is not a great position to be in when it comes to Texas, because I mean, Latinos are very important in Texas. Of course, Tallarico will need everyone to vote for him in those areas, even though that's not enough to win a race. I mean, yeah, we also got here Courtney Head winning one county, but that is not a very big county. You can see here some rural counties also voting for Marcus Velez. We'll see if this can actually be competitive. I'm not expecting. I mean, it's 48% to 32%, so she just needs 2 points. So that will be easy, I think, in my opinion, to get. And we also have a railroad commissioner here, but that is not very significant. Jim Wright, incumbent in Beau French. This, I mean, I can check that one probably here. Let me just go here to Texas. Maybe we can check that one, how competitive it was. The railroad commissioner, where is that here? That was very competitive between an incumbent and a challenger. So this was a very competitive race, and Jim Wright is the incumbent. So he did great. He did great when it comes to the more rural counties. When it comes to suburban, Beau French did much better. So we should expect Beau French to win, for example, Harris County, to win Fort Worth, to win Denton, to win Collin, all of the suburban areas, all of the fast changing communities around the FW metro area. Also in Austin, he was very competitive, 30.5, 29.4. I don't really this races, to be honest, because this is not competitive. We should expect the Texas senatorial, not this one here. We should expect the Senate in the Republican side to be one of the most competitive races. and we'll see. I mean, right now everybody's saying that Ken Paxton has this one on the bag, but we got some not very great turnout for him during the day today. That's why you should expect this one to be not. You should expect Paxton to have an advantage, but we should also expect to see the real votes, and we'll see if the Trump endorsement really kick in when it comes to Texas, because sometimes those things take a while. Sometimes those things don't happen. And now I'm just gonna have here the subscriber counts. You have 516. Let's go to 520 or 130 today. I think we can do that. And yeah, that will be the goal for today. Polls will close in just 3 minutes from now. Maybe I can go here to let's go here to Senate runoff in NBC News. As you can see here, polls begin closing at 8 p.m. You know, some counties in Texas they use another time zone, like El Paso, and many of the counties here in the more western part of Texas, and that's why we should wait a little bit longer until we have results, an hour or so. We should expect almost 2 million votes today, which will be very close to the votes we got in the first round in the Republican runoff. Of course, the Democratic runoff will have a smaller number of votes because the very competitive race for Senate we're not going to have that this time. But yeah, that'll be interesting, and now we'll just have to wait until we have results because that will take a while, and we'll be here. We'll be here for all night long until we have a decision, a final decision in the state of Texas. We should expect this one not to take a lot of time, but I'll be here. I'll be here until we have everything counted. Only now 2 minutes away until polls close, and it'll be a fun thing to watch. I can tell you that. And yeah. Let me just go here, maybe to, I don't know, let's go to CNN. I think they have a better UI. I think it's better than the New York Times. That's why I'm using CNN right now. If you don't want CNN, please tell me. But I think it's better in terms of it's more good looking, I would say. Yeah, but right now, yeah, we're just expecting. I'm gonna do a quick break of around a minute and a half or so, and I'll be back when polls close. So now polls have closed in the state of Texas. We are just waiting now for results. Although they say their polls close at 9 p.m., it's just because all the polls will close at 9 p.m. So even if Paxton might have a very big lead, we'll have to wait until we reach 9 p.m. in order to have a projection. That's why that sucks a bit, I know, but we'll have to wait. It's the way things work. So yeah. Right now, yeah, if you have any question, you can tell me. I'm gonna be very happy to answer as well. But right now, we'll just have to wait for results until we can actually say something about them. Otherwise, yeah. Now we just have results. Ken Paxton is leading with some votes coming from Denton County, also Rusk County. So Paxton is leading by 24 points or so. Let's go to Denton County, 62. This was a county that voted for Paxton, I can tell you that. Let's go here to Texas primer. Let's just compare both results. So here, Denton got 42. So it looks like that Paxton is 20 points up. If that is correct, he's going to get 60%. Although this could be the higher watermark when it comes to the percentage that Paxton is getting. This doesn't mean it's over, by the way. This doesn't mean it's over. There's the same results here. But like Rusk County, 60%. Let's go here, 60% in Rusk. And Rusk, where is Rusk here? So 18 points better. Looks like he's doing in the ballpark of 20 points better. That doesn't mean it's enough. That doesn't mean it's over. Looks like it seems that he's doing what he needs, to be honest. It's not over, but it's almost over. I'm almost close to make a projection. Maybe when we have everything counted, I'm sorry, when we are approaching 2 a.m., 9 p.m., maybe I can make a projection by then. And that'll be it. All right, I just got another results here. Montauk County, 77% for Paxton. Maybe we can compare here in Montauk County. That's almost 30 points higher. So, and we also got Rockwall County. Paxton is leading with 65% in Rockwall County. Let's go to Rockwall here. It's 20 points better. So, looks like Ken Paxton is doing 20 points better in everything. If that is correct, that means that Paxton is actually getting 60% and Courtney is behind his percentage than he got in the first round. That doesn't mean it's over. I'm going to say it again. But right now, from the results we're seeing from a very small part of the state, but actually significant because it's the DFW area, we can actually see that he's doing what he needs and actually by a substantial margin. Maybe we can go here and just check how Decision Desk is, because probably can have new results. Let's go here to the Senate. Yeah, actually they have a lot of results. Look at this. And yeah, I cannot project yet that Ken Paxton have already won this, but I can tell you that Ken Paxton almost, I mean, he already won, but I cannot tell you exactly because we're not, polls are not closing the entire state of Texas. I mean, Dallas County here going a dead hit, and this was supposed to generate some votes for Ken Paxton, as you can see here. So Paxton, I'm sorry, for Corny. Corny is staying with his percentage. So probably he can get in a ballpark of 42 points, of 42%, I'm sorry. That probably will be the target. But right now, from the results we can get here, that is not looking great. Attorney General race, you can see here, more competitive, even though I mean, this, I don't know the candidates to be honest. And here in the Lieutenant Governor, I mean, right now it seems to be a overwhelmingly bloodbath for Vicky Goodwin, but we should expect those, areas to come in, and they will help for sure when it comes for Marcos Velez. But right now, what I can tell you is Ken Paxton already won this. Of course, I cannot make the projection because we're still waiting for all the polls to close in the state of Texas. That will take a while. That'll take 57 minutes till polls close in the rest of Texas, in the Hispanic communities of El Paso, Laredo. Polls are still open by El Paso. That's why we still have to wait for that. But from the votes, I can tell you, Ken Paxton lost. I'm sorry, Ken Paxton won, and that is it. I mean, that was a big election. It only took a while until we got to know the winner. If you're there, guys, we have 10 people watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to leave your like as well to help the channel. And we also got Fayette County here. Ken Paxton is winning by 10 in Fayette. I suspect this was a county that voted. Again voted for Corny in 51, and right now he's only getting 45. So Corny is basically in line or down when you compare to the percentage he got in the first round. Of course, we still have the election day vote to come in, and maybe you're going to say maybe he can do better when it comes to election day vote. I don't think so, but we'll have to wait. That's why we are conservative, and we should do the things in a way that's not like we're getting too premature. But if you go here, for example, to Knox County, I mean, that's only 4%. I'm not going to jump into conclusions here, but the votes we're getting are like Moore County here, 57-43. That was a win for Corning. Now it's a win for Paxton. Again, we're seeing a lot of surprise, but I suspect this will be the final vote. Right now we're getting 60.7. We just got Williamson County. This is one of the best counties for Corning, I suspect. And right now, as you can see here, that's 58-42. And in the first round, if you compare here, that was, again, Corning got 50. Right now he's only getting 42. So again, we're seeing a lot of bad results when it comes to everything right now. We don't have Dallas yet, even though we do have in the Decision Desk HQ website. Let's go there. Right. By the way, the railroad commissioner race is very competitive right now. So if you go here, right now we're seeing that Corny is leading in Kennedy. If you go here, but this is very early. I mean, only 2-1. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter right now. Even Nueces County is voting for Paxton, 66 to 30, to 30 something. Dallas County is voting for Corny, but it's very small, and that's why very small margin. In a way that, I mean, it's voting for Corny in 50.7, 49.3. I'm just saying it's small because it doesn't add up. It doesn't get you too much of a delta there, only a couple hundred votes, and that will not make the difference. You need to compensate all of the rural areas. That's why I'm saying this is not over in paper, but it's over practically. I'm speaking. But if you have any question, I'm going to be very happy to answer you. Right now, just have the final verdict here in the Texas Senate primary race. Paxton won, Cornyn lost, as it was expected overwhelmingly. But right now, yeah, this is not looking great for another incumbent to be losing again. I mean, we are still at 516, guys. We have 13 people watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave your like down below as well, because it helps a lot. And you don't know, I'm here having a lot of people like CNN and NBC, all of them are doing live streams right now, but I'm still here. I want to do the best I can, of course, and not being. And now we have 17 people watching. Thank you guys so much. And if you have any question, that's why I'm saying here, you can ask. That's the difference between myself and also CNN and NBC. I'm just trying to do the best I can. And if you go here to, we also got Kendall County. Paxton is right now. We only have one county that Courtney is leading, and that doesn't guarantee that he will win when everything is counted, because this is just the election. I'm sorry, the early voting. We should expect Paxton to do much better when it comes to election day vote. At least if it goes according to more establishment Republicans voting on an early vote, and by voting by mail or absentee or early in-person voting, and then the more what do I say, the more MAGA Republicans, the more anti-establishment voting on election day. Let's go here to Andros County as well. 73 for Paxton. You go to the primary, the first results, 47 for Paxton. Paxton is doing more than 20 points better again in this specific county. So Paxton is doing better and better in every place here right now. That's why that is something. Of course, it's not over. I'm gonna say it again, but I mean, you guys know it's over. And that is another testament. So if you go against Trump, even if it's just once, you're not going to be in a great position. You saw that from Bill Cassidy in Louisiana. We'll have still a runoff. I'm sorry, Bill Cassidy will not be in that runoff, and we're seeing that over the course of the whole amount of races we got in the primaries right now. And anytime Trump endorses a challenger, the challenger wins. Right now, Paxton is defeating Courtney. I would argue that when it comes to the general election against Tellerico, I would say that Paxton is a worse candidate than Cornyn, because he'll probably antagonize more of the moderate Republicans that can still vote for Cornyn, and they will not vote for Paxton. I can tell you that. A lot of scandals as well. He was impeached by his own party when he was, and he is Attorney General of Texas. So you see a lot of controversies here, even though, yeah, everything, I mean, most of the things are already out, so they cannot find more things to harm Paxton right now. Stark County here, 27 votes to 11, 71% for Paxton. Again, not a very good performance there. We're still waiting for Travis. That's the only hope for Courtney to actually win that county, but the rest of it is just gone. When you go to, for example, to Brazoria and Galveston and Jefferson, we're seeing a lot of great performance by Paxton. We also got, not on the Democratic side here in primary results. This was great for Paxton. Paxton got almost 50%. Right now he's getting 70. He's not getting 50. He's getting 70% in many of those counties. We're still missing Collin County and also Lubbock and San Antonio and Travis and Laredo and El Paso. El Paso will still have to wait for about 51 minutes. But this is getting very fast, actually 15%. Let's go to the other race. Let's go to the House. I mean, right now, this one, it's not even competitive right now. Only 3% of the vote is in. And this is the new map. Texas has a new map for these midterms. Right now, we're still missing a lot of votes in. I mean, here we got 18% in. Everett Jackson is winning in the 30th congressional district. Let's go here to the Democratic side. Yolanda Prince. We do have a very competitive race here in the 18th, because you have two incumbents, Algreen and Christian Menifee here, two incumbents running in the same district, because the districts have been redrawn in Texas to help the Republicans get more extra seats. And right now, you can see the primary, Christian Menifee got 46% against 44, and right now we'll see who's going to come up on top. We should expect for Christian to actually come on top, but we'll see about that. We go to Lieutenant Governor. Look at Lieutenant Governor here. Vicky Goodwin getting 73%, but we should expect, as you can see here, Marcus Velez to do actually quite great in Stark County, but that's only 27 to 26 votes. Actually, a very small number of votes. When you go here to the primaries, you got a lot of votes in Stark. I don't know why that is so low. Maybe it's because that is not correct and we're still missing more votes. They're saying is 93% in. I don't think that is correct. Seeing here in some rural counties, actually, they're doing great. And also in Austin County, this is not Austin. Even though this is called Austin County, this is not Austin. Austin is Travis. 77 to 19. That's a great performance right now. But in the more urban votes, they're not, the urban areas, they're not, Vicky Goodwin is really demolishing Marcus Velez right now. If you go here to Attorney General race, Nathan Johnson getting 63% right now, Republican side. We're seeing in Mays Middleton getting 56% and Chip Roy getting 44%. Chip Roy did much better in all of the Hispanic communities. Right now, we're still at 0 in that regard. Let's go to the Senate race in the Republican side right now. 60 to 40. He's still standing at the same margin. So yeah, we should expect more votes soon. Now we're at 17%. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to say it again. We're still at 516 subscribers. I think we can do better. think you can subscribe. Don't forget to support the channel. I mean, it's very simple. It's just need to click on a button and actually helps a lot. You don't know how much it helps. And yeah, if you have any question, I'm gonna say again, you need to subscribe to say things in the live chat. That's why you should subscribe as well, and it helps a lot. That's why I'm just saying you really should subscribe. And right now we're still missing 4 more votes. 17% is in the Republican side. We should expect a lot of interesting races as well in those attorney general races when it comes to Mays Middleton and Chip Roy here getting only a 12 points gap. We're still missing a bit, and we're still missing more of the Hispanic communities. But I don't trust these numbers in story count. Just seeing 70% of the vote is in. I don't trust these numbers because this seems so low. Why is only like not even 40 votes when in the first round we got so much there? It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, right now, if you go here to let's go here to the prediction markets. I mean, right now they're saying 100% for Paxton, so that is over, as we already said before. And in the margin, they're saying right now 50. Oh God, this is what the hell is happening here? I mean, how is saying Paxton will win by 55 points? This is not correct. Okay, this is not correct. Paxton will not win by 55 points. He will win by a substantial margin, like 20 or 25 points, but not by 55. We're just saying this margin of victory. This doesn't make any sense. Probably it'll be something like this, like 20% plus. Yeah, exactly, but not by 55 points. I don't know what's happening here. Now we have 16 people watching. So if you go here to the Senate in Republican side, we're still missing a lot of votes. If you go here, okay, we just got another one, Hays County. Paxton is winning again by 20 points, and that was the county that voted for Corning in the first round, if I'm not mistaken, exactly 44-38, and now it's voting for Paxton by a substantial margin of over 20, almost 20 points. So exactly, this is what I'm saying. What I'm seeing all of the time here. We're seeing a very huge overperformance when it comes to the urban areas and to the suburban areas. Most of those moderate Republicans that actually voted for Cornyn in the first round, now they're voting for Paxton because, I mean, Trump endorsed him and he has all the support of the MAGA movement. And that's what we're seeing right now, even though, yeah, that's another testament of how strong President Trump can be when he endorses someone. And that's also a testament of how the Republican Party is right now. If you like it or not, you have your own right to say it. And I'm looking forward to seeing your opinions in the comments. But it's really about this. President Trump endorses someone, and that someone will win the race eventually. Right now, we're seeing this not going by a small margin; it's going by 20 points. We saw that in Louisiana. Bill Cassidy had voted to the impeachment of President Trump back then, like 6 years ago. We also got another one in those state senators that tried to defy President Trump in the redistricting of the state of Indiana. We also got a lot of those people that tried to defy Trump in some way or another, and now we're seeing this big of an advantage. And now the margin is 22 points. Of course, still missing Austin, still missing Houston, but we're also missing Montgomery, which will be a very huge piece when it comes to developing that big margin that Paxton is already getting right now. 61-39. That's not a small margin, even though, yeah, this is crazy. I mean, I don't know why Kalsh is saying a margin of 55 points, because I'm not so sure what this means, because they're saying, I mean, I don't know what's happening here, but okay. Guys, if you have any question, I'm going to say it again. Feel free to ask. I'm just going to go here again to CNN to check if we have anything new. We don't. We're still missing Bale. I'm still looking forward to seeing Bale. Also, Travis. And of course, Harris County, the biggest county in the state of Texas, as you know. That's the city of Houston. It's one of the largest counties in the whole United States. If it was a state by itself, it will be the 26th biggest state by its population. Okay, we just got more votes. I don't know where the votes came in, but we got a lot of votes in those small counties. I know this is very small, like Mitchell County, only 200 votes, 200 something votes, but they were very small. But you can actually get some big numbers for Paxton right now, and you're actually seeing that. Guys, we're still at 516. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel, leave a like down below, the usual stuff. It helps a lot. I'm gonna say it again because we have 15 people right now watching, and we can win 15 new subscribers, or like at least half of it if most of you are not subscribers. So that's why I'm saying right now it looks like at VoteHub saying Paxton plus 20 seems to be correct, seems to be okay. We're still missing Austin. That'll be a great deal for Courtney. Right now, Courtney is only winning Dallas, and I'm not so sure if he will win Dallas when we have everything counted there, because I suspect Ken Paxton will do better when we have those election day votes. So apart from that, I'm not so sure if Courtney is also leading in Panola County. That's interesting. Why is he leading in Panola County? He led there. Actually, he lost for Paxton. I mean, that could be a tabulation error. I suspect that is a tabulation error in that county specifically. Kennedy County right now is going 2-1. I mean, that's also a tabulation error. I suspect Kennedy County. That was 7-3. Actually, it could be correct. And right now he's leading there, but it's only look at the margin. Look at the big bubbles around Dallas, around Houston as well, and Galveston for Paxton. Look at all the margins, the bubbles. And right now, you look at the remaining votes are still missing. The bigger the bubble, the higher the votes are outstanding, the higher the number of votes outstanding, and also the colored bubble tells you who's leading right now in that specific bubble. It doesn't mean it's going to be like that when we have more votes, but it just means that if this ends right now, that'll be the winner there. So when he compared, let's go to, so Vicky Goodwin is still leading by a very substantial margin, lieutenant governor race. You hear, and yeah, we're still missing some votes, a lot of votes actually in those Hispanic communities. That's why I should expect Marcus Velez to actually continue going up. Probably he can get like 30%, or the margin he got in the 32% he got previously. But in the rest, I'm not seeing good eyes when it comes to this election. That's why I'm saying that he probably will win there by she probably will win there by a substantial margin. Guys, we're still at 516. I don't know what's happening. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave your like down below, you know the usual stuff, because it does help. It does help, and it doesn't cost you anything. And right now, let's go to Attorney General race as well. I mean, Nathan Johnson getting a bit closer right now, only 24 points. Only 24 points. Not only, it's a very high margin. And Mays Middleton right now down to 11. So we'll see if this can actually be competitive when we have everything counted. Right now, okay, we just got more votes here in the Texas Senate Republican primary. Now it's at 21% of the vote in. And Ken Paxton is still at 61%. So we're still doing, Ken Paxton is still doing great. He's still, and now Decision Desk HQ is projecting some House races. Let's go here to those races, because yeah, I don't know if we have a map. Maybe we can go here, Texas Congressional. So they got a projection here in the 38th district. John Bonk won this with 65 to 34%. This is in the suburbs of Houston. We also got a projection here in, I'm sorry, where is that? Here in the 30th Congressional District in the suburbs of Dallas. We also got a projection here. And right now, since here, Everett Jackson won this 58 to 42, and that was a big win as well. We're still missing some projections in, for example, in the 7th, but looks like actually not. We just got projected there. And Alexander Hale won this in the 7th, another one in the suburbs of Houston. That means that we already got Houston. Actually, we didn't. But if we're getting a lot of votes there, it may be we got exactly, we got Houston. So we got Houston, we also got Montgomery County. So Montgomery County is getting 71 to 28 for Paxton. Montgomery County is the county I mentioned before that it was a very crucial county for Paxton. He's building percentage there, and also turnout. Turnout is not very bad actually. It was higher than I thought. When it comes to Harris County, 30 points. This was a county that was competitive. I mean, this was a dead hit between Paxton and Corning in the first round, and now it's going for Paxton by 30 points, or 29 if you don't want to round it up for Paxton. That's a big one. And right now we're already at 40% of the votes. We're only missing a couple of votes since here the bigger bubbles are missing Austin and San Antonio. But now we're at 21 people at the same time. Guys, thank you so much for being there. You know how happy I am. Don't forget as well to subscribe to the channel, leave your like down below. And also, I'm gonna just do something. I'm gonna just make you able to actually write on the chat. I'm just gonna make it free without you don't need to subscribe now to actually write on the live chat, because I want your opinion. Even though, yeah, I'm just want to say something. Please subscribe to the channel. It helps a lot, and you know the usual stuff. Because I'm not even with 1,000 subscribers. I don't win I don't earn any money by doing this. I'm just doing this because I love it, and also because I think we really deserve somebody to do this thing in the unbiased way, not an independent way, and actually being trying to sell a message. I'm not really here in the side of PAX or on the side of Corning. I'm just trying to do the best I can with the info I have, and also not try to sell any message because I think that's very important. That's why you must subscribe if you want independent, if you want unbiased, if you want like those traditional media that they say they're unbiased, but they're not, and that's why I'm here trying to do the best I can in order to do better than them. And if you're here to Crockett, I mean Crockett, we got 60-4, but this is very preliminary results. We should expect. I'm still looking forward to seeing the votes in Dallas County if we can actually see that thing being more competitive. As more votes are coming, actually it's competitive, but we should expect Paxton to win that. And Paxton could do something that I never thought it would be possible. So Paxton can win everything. I mean, winning everything means win every county. I think that's certainly a possibility. Even though it's far-fetched right now because we still have ways to go, but that could still be a possibility. Right now in the Vicky Goodwin in the lieutenant governor race, Democratic side here. Okay, now 26% for Marcus Velez. Because this is really terrible. I mean, Marcus Velez is doing a terrible job here, not even winning the Hispanic communities. Of course, we don't have them yet, but okay, we'll have to wait. Attorney General race here, Nathan Johnson at 24 points still, Republican side. Mays Middleton at 14 now, so that's big. A Senate race here still, I don't know, this is really taking a lot of time to update. Let's go here again. So just got Harris County here and NBC News. We're still missing 1 million votes. Let's go here again to decision desk because I think this one is better. It has more votes in. So we're still missing as an interesting result. Still missing Travis County. We're still missing Bexar County, which is San Antonio. We're still missing. Okay, we got Webb County. That's Laredo. And right now Laredo is getting a 20. That's more than that. 33 points. 33 points in Webb County. Let's go to the first race here in Webb County. Where is Webb County here? It's here. So that was a Paxton by 10. Now it's Paxton plus 23. But 33, I'm sorry. And if you go here, this is interesting. I mean, if you go here, we're seeing that this is interesting. Big Blue County, so Harris, Bexar, Dallas, and Travis. We're seeing that the margin for Corny is basically in line with Paxton in those areas. Those are the suburban areas. Guys, again, I'm going to say it again. I know I'm really bagging, but you should subscribe. I'm still at 516. I'm being here for almost like 50 minutes or so. And I'm here without earning a single subscriber. That's why you must subscribe. You also have a link in the description down below if you want to tip the channel, if you want to support my work directly. But that doesn't mean you need to do that. You just, if you subscribe, that's already great for me. So right now, we also have the fast-changing counties, suburban counties that are trending to the left. Tarrant County, Fort Bend. So Fort Bend next to Houston, Tarrant next to Dallas. We're seeing a lot of trends shifting away from the Republicans to the Democrats in those areas. Not so much in 2024 because Kamala did a terrible job, but when it comes to Biden did a great job there. Also, Hillary Clinton at some degree. Right now, as you can see here, okay, just got another county. I don't know where that was because here, I think it was, they actually add up Harris County here. Yeah, exactly. That's why now Paxton is leading by a substantial margin. When it comes here to the solid red counties, Montgomery, Lubbock, and all of the other very small counties, Paxton is really doubling the votes of Corning. The border counties, we have a small portion of it, though. It's only they're doubling as well, but we're still missing El Paso, and you should expect Corning to do great there, and Hidalgo as well. But in Webb, he was getting destroyed. I mean, this is not really looking too great. I mean, Paxton is doing better than I thought. Of course, I expect him to win, but he's doing better than I thought in most of the places right now, and that's actually interesting. I mean, he's doing better than I thought, and right now he's getting 62.7%, which is higher than the 60% margin. I'm sorry, the 60% target I said in the start of the live stream. And right now, as you can see here, it's 156,000 margin in terms of votes, and we're still only waiting for the polls closing in the rest of Texas in just 35 minutes from now, and we'll have the final projection. If you're here to the Railroad Commissioner, Beau French and Jim Wright, it's actually competitive. I mean, it's only like 9 points. I'm sorry, 8 points. And it's actually interesting, even though, yeah, we also have Travis, that probably will help French, that's leading right now. And we're seeing another incumbent going down, which is also interesting. Guys, we're still at 516. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're like down below, the usual stuff. It really helps a lot, and we're still at the same point right now, which really makes me sad, but okay. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave your like down below, the usual stuff. And here, in the Attorney General race, Republican primary. Mays Middleton is winning with 15 points, but it looks like this is already over, even though we still have some ways to go. But yeah, it's already over. And in the Texas Senate, the most interesting race that's right now, it's already over as well. It looks like that Sherman County is going for Cornyn 50 to 49. He's doing worse. I mean, then I thought, I don't know what Cornyn is doing here. He's doing a terrible job. I mean, he's not even winning a single county. Of course, he's winning Victoria, but probably he can lose it when the election vote come in. Also, Dallas, that could be down as well when the early vote come in and the election vote come in. I'm only seeing that Panola County can go for Cornyn, but the rest of them, they can all go for Paxton. I'm not so sure what's happening here. This is an earthquake in the state of Texas right now. At least according to the votes we have. I mean, this is certainly not a great look for an incumbent. I mean, Cornyn won in 2020 by a substantial margin. What's happening here? I'm not speaking about the prime. I'm speaking about the general. He did a great job there. I'm not sure what's happening today. I'm not sure what's happening right now. I mean, Ken Paxton is doing amazing. I don't really have words. It is much better than I thought. Look at Lumbach, for example. Lumbach County, 20 points for, and Paxton is getting 60 in Lumbach. Let's go to what was Lumbach before. Lumbach, it voted for Cornyn. Paxton got 39. Paxton is 20 points better. So again, Paxton is constantly doing 20 points better than he did when he was in the first round. This is when it happens to be a Trump endorsement. And don't forget something as well. We're seeing some votes, some of the early votes, they were pro Cornyn, or because Trump didn't endorse Paxton in the first 2 days of early voting. So those votes are still better for Cornyn, if you will. There's still people that voted for Cornyn because Paxton was not endorsed by President Trump. But right now, I mean, Paxton won this. It's over. I think we can get results pretty quickly, already at 40%. I suspect we can get much higher as more votes are coming in the next hour or so. I think we can finish this. The only problem right now is that we're not earning any new subscribers. That's why you must subscribe. We're still at 516. I think we can reach 1,000 by the end of the year. Don't forget, we're gonna have a lot of videos, 3 videos per week. Video on Friday. Again, a new update on my senatorial prediction for the midterms. That's why that's very important that you should actually subscribe, because I'm gonna have a lot of content, a lot of videos for the midterms, and that will be it. I'm just doing here my best job, the best job I can do, and yeah, that'll be we'll have a lot of content. I'm just gonna say that. So right now, yeah, Victoria, we have 4 counties going for Cornyn right now, which is Kennedy, Victoria, and Panola, and Dallas. We're still at the same in Dallas, but maybe I can check here in the county official website if we actually have some of the precincts in, and how is Cornyn doing in those election day votes precincts. Maybe I can go here. Yeah, I'm just trying here to actually check in the Dallas website. Okay, I think I'm just trying here. Okay, this is the first round. Wait, we have the first round. I don't care about the first round. Okay, we have the early voting. This is the early voting report. We're gonna have a new in Dallas. The early voting report was 42,000 votes were early voting, then 2,000 or almost 3,000 votes were by mail. So that will be 3% of the total turnout there. If that is correct or not, let me just check. If those are 45,000, that is 45,000. So we got it correct. The next update in Dallas will be by 8 p.m. So in about 30 minutes from now, I'll have a new update in Dallas in the election day vote. And that'll be interesting to check if we're going to actually have something new there. That's why it's very interesting. And yeah, we'll wait. Now we just have Sherman County that is still voting for Cornyn, but it's the same percentage in. From all the counties in Texas, we have 200 plus in Texas, 200 plus counties in Texas. Cornyn is only winning 5 of them right now, and we should expect him to lose everything. At least right now, it seems that he can only win Panola County. And we're still waiting for the election vote there. And if my thesis is correct, that Paxton will do better when it comes to the election vote, right now we just have some counties finished, like Sultan. Maybe you can go here. Yeah, I cannot check the breakdown because I don't have the pro version in Decision Desk, but maybe I suspect that Polk County was better for Paxton when in the election vote. I suspect that was the case. don't forget, 29 minutes until we have another update in Dallas for the election vote. We're still missing Hidalgo in all of those communities, but even in the Hispanic communities, look at this. Look at this, Cameron County, for example, 60-40, 60-40. It's basically it. Then we go to Webb County, Laredo, 66-34. Starr County, this is not correct. I mean, I suspect we're going to have a lot of votes there, but let's go to this county here in the border, 71 in Presidio County. This is a Democratic county by overwhelmingly margins. Jeff Davis, 64% for Paxton. So we're seeing a lot of high margins that really, this is a blowout. And if you're there and if you're a supporter of Paxton, I don't think the market right and nationalist right can stick together post-Trump economically. Do you agree on almost nothing? Your thoughts? Thank you. Yeah, that is true. That is something that it is correct. Because I mean, Trump, even though he is to the right of most people, he's not to the right of most people in terms of economic policies. Like he saw the one big beautiful bill increasing spending, and most of the Republicans are not most of the Republicans, most of the libertarians don't agree with that, and that's why we have those two factions in the Republican Party. Like, for example, Thomas Massie. Thomas Massie is a libertarian. He's against foreign wars and all of that stuff. And President Trump went to war with Iran. And if that is correct or not, I'm not here to say that. I'm just saying that there are some areas in the Republican Party that are disagreeing with President Trump because of his economic policies, because of his foreign policies as well. And I'm not so sure if those nationalists, because capitalism is about free trade, and I'm not so sure if President Trump likes free trade, to be honest. And there's two types of capitalism. You can have the other types you want, but those are different people. And we saw Thomas Massie going down last week, and we may see more of those so-called more pro-free trade, pro-trade, pro-libertarian candidates going down, as President Trump doesn't like them because they're actually going against his beliefs. I think Jair Le Pen has the most popular people expanding beliefs. Yeah, it really is that. And guys, if you have any more question, I'm gonna be very happy to answer. Of course, we don't know what will be the Republican Party without Trump. Right now, we're in this era that whoever President Trump endorses, that person will win the election. Right now, we're still in that area. But I suspect we can have a lot of fun things in the future. We don't know about 2028 if Rubio will be the candidate, if Vance would actually be the candidate. Right now, I'm thinking that Rubio will actually be the candidate. That's the most smart decision for the Republican Party. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. And we're still at the problem here is that we're still at the same subscriber count. I don't know what's happening tonight. We have like 20 people watching. We got like almost 30 a couple of minutes ago, and we're still at the same subscriber count. I don't know what's happening. Guys, if you're there, I mean, it doesn't cost you anything. It really helps. And please just press up the subscription button. It actually helps a lot. And ladies only care about capitalism if it serves the nation. Marketers are globalists, immigration differences, etc. I don't agree on Rubio. He's uninspiring. The base won't turn out. I mean, probably you can see a lot of Republicans, MAGA, hard Republicans that probably will not turn out. But I mean, Rubio has another very interesting interesting thing because Rubio is a more moderate Republican. At least he acts as a more moderate Republican, and he tries to not to be like Trump or to be like Vance. He tries to appear more moderate, to be more, I don't know, you're probably more rational, and probably he can do, and he can win some of. Maybe I can go here to the 2024 results because it's better to explain what I mean. Maybe Rubio will do worse when it comes to Virginia, for example. When it comes to those rural communities, Rubio will do worse in those. But when it comes to Prince William, probably Rubio can do better. Probably Rubio can get 45, and Loudoun County probably Rubio can get 46 or 47, because those are communities that President Trump was a lot of an antagonizing factor in those two counties specifically. Those are suburban votes, Hispanic votes, voters, a lot of people that didn't vote for Trump, didn't vote for Trump in 2016, in 2020, and in 2024. Suburban voters, white women, people with college degrees that voted for that voted for Trump in 2016 that they just didn't vote for Trump in 2020 and also in 2024. We're seeing a lot of those changes. I know Trump did better with minorities, with black voters, with Hispanics, with all of those. That's why Loudoun County is not as bad as it was in 2020, because Loudoun County has two very important portions of it. It has a lot of Hispanic voters, that Rubio is one of the best there, and also you have a lot of suburban white women voters. And those suburban white women, I'm saying just saying white and women because it's really what Trump is not doing as great as he did before. Probably can argue it's abortion, but it's not just abortion. I mean, President Trump has been an antagonizing figure to the suburbs for a long time. You saw that in the 2018 midterms. I mean, you see a lot of Republicans doing worse and worse and worse in the Georgia, Atlanta suburbs. You're seeing that a lot. I mean, you go, for example, to, let's say, Gwinnett County or Cobb County and Fayette County and Cherokee. You're seeing a lot of those counties around Atlanta, and maybe I can show you here to you. So let's go to Georgia. President Trump won this by 5 points or 6 points in 2016. Then Trump won this by 2 in 2024. Look at this. Cobb County, for example. I mean, this was a very competitive county in 2016. I think Hillary Clinton won this by 2 or so. Look at this. It was a 15 points. And Gwinnett County is the same thing, and Fayette County, same thing, and Cherokee, this was 75 plus in 2016, now it's 69. And you're seeing a lot of those things happening in the Republican Party, and I mean, that is not great. And you should have a person to unite the Republican Party in those people as well, not just in the minorities, not just in the rest of the people. You should also have a Republican Party that actually can actually embrace the suburbs, and that's why Rubio is a great choice in that regard. Maybe he's not, or we can argue that he's not a great choice to appeal to the more MAGA voters, but you also need suburban voters to compensate, and probably can be the best person when it comes to those specifically group of voters. It's just my opinion. Of course, that doesn't mean it's anything. We still have a long way to go until 2028. We still have 2026 ahead of us. And yeah, if you have any question, yeah, I'm going to be very happy to answer. Guys, don't forget we have 20 people watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like down below. You know, the usual stuff. And it's very easy to do that. And it really helps. You know, the usual stuff. We're still at 516. I think we can reach 520. I think we can certainly reach 520 subscribers. I think that's quite easy, I would say. Even though we were actually having a hard time to win subscribers, but okay. We also got here Gillespie County in Texas that's voting for Cornyn, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 counties right now voting for Cornyn instead of Paxton of the 200 plus counties in Texas. And we should expect, I mean, El Paso can go for Cornyn. Let's check El Paso. I mean, can go? Yeah, he won't go for Cornyn, certainly. And many of the counties here, it's very weird. Like Gillespie County was very competitive. Why is voting for Paxton? Maybe that's the early vote just, and we're still waiting for the election vote, and that will go for Paxton by a substantial margin. I don't really know. What I know right now, and this is not going in the right direction. I mean, Cornyn is in a very bad position, and he already lost. He's already gone out of Senate. We have 27 people watching. I don't know how we have so much people watching, but we cannot have a new subscriber. Guys, let's go. Let's go. Let's subscribe to the channel. Let's help the channel. I mean, what about the Federalist Party sticking? States generally decide cultural issues, etc., and devolution, but are radical and crazy. Let's people disagree. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. We can have that discussion in another day, because right now there's more concerning things. We're still waiting for the final verdict in Texas. And yeah, Paxton is winning, but we still have some races like Attorney General. I still think those are more competitive, like Mays Middleton here getting 57%. The Democratic side, Nathan Johnson is now at a 20 points race. This was 22, now it's a 20 points race. And let's go to the Lieutenant Governor race, because Vicky Goodwin now is at 69. So looks like, look at this. What's interesting about Marcus Velez, and he's doing much better when it comes to, these results are, let me just read your comment. I don't know what happened here, but okay, let me just try to read your comment. I don't know what happened. Now we have 29 people watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Leave your like down below. We're still at 516. I don't know what's happening. The results are not a good sign for the Democrats. They're actually a good sign. I mean, I can tell you those results are a good sign, because Cornyn is losing, and I would argue that even though probably there are some people out there that still that thinks that Paxton is a better option, when it comes to his policies. When it comes to the ability to win against Tallarico, Courtney is much better. And yeah, you can still disagree and think that Paxton is a better uh, person in terms of his policies, but Courtney is much better in terms of his electability. And I'm just saying that I don't want to be offensive to anybody. So if you are, please tell me so I can say it in other terms. But I mean, Paxton is probably the best option if you are a Democrat, because probably yeah, that is just my opinion. It doesn't mean anything. It's just my own opinion. But I would say that he's the best option for the Democrats right now. And yeah, but don't forget, we'll have a video on Friday talking about the Senate, and this will be a new update in my senatorial prediction. Right now, I think the Democrats are at 50 and the Republicans are at 50 as well. That means we have of course, Vice President J.D. Vance will break the tie, but that's why but we have a new update because Alaska will flip to the Democrats. I can tell you that in a new video. That's why you must subscribe to avoid missing that video. You should actually not only about taxes, but next week we're gonna have a lot of primers on Wednesday. I'm sorry, on Tuesday. We'll have a primers in California, also in many other states, and that's why I mean California is a very interesting state because we have like 3 Democrats trying to be trying to be a top 2. Because I don't know if you don't know, but California has a jungle primary. Jungle primary means the top 2 candidates go to the general, and it doesn't matter if those are 2 Democrats or 2 Republicans. It doesn't matter. It just matters that the 2 top candidates will go to general. That's why many Republicans are saying that they can actually win the governorship because they can actually have the 2 top candidates. That's just the way it is. It's a bit of a mess, but it's a very funny system, I would say. Many other states should adopt as well, like in Texas. Imagine having 2 Democrats. I'm just saying this as being funny, but it's actually interesting. I mean, different systems, different states. Now we're at 53% of the vote in. If you're here to remaining votes, here the bigger bubbles around Dallas. Speaking of Dallas, the next update in terms of the election vote in Dallas, we're gonna get that in 17 minutes from now, so we're almost there. Also, don't forget the votes here in Houston. We're still missing some votes there. Austin as well. San Antonio. We got San Antonio right now. So right now, look at this: 60-40 in Bexar County. 60-40 in Bexar County. Same margin. The same 20 points. That Paxton is doing better. But right now, Paxton is getting 63%. This percentage will go down because I suspect when we get Travis County, the percentage will certainly go down like to 62 or 61. But this is certainly a great margin for Paxton. And when we get the next update in Dallas, I suspect Paxton will actually jump ahead out of Courtney there, and that'll be a great testament. Guys, I just want to say it again: subscribe to the channel, leave a like down below, and the usual stuff. This live stream is going very great. The only problem here is that we're not getting subscribers, and I don't know why I don't know what's happening here, but it's certainly. I mean, I'm just trying to do my best. If I said anything that is not correct, please tell me in the live chat, because I'm gonna be very happy to correct in another day. But because yeah, sometimes I make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, and that's why we should just try to say and to try to correct when we actually make them. And yeah, now we have 32 people watching, guys. Thank you so much. That's a new record for this live stream. Not a record for this channel, but a record for this live stream. And now you can see here Vicky Goodwin at 68%. So the margin is going down as we get more votes, that is expected. We're still missing Hidalgo County, is one of the biggest counties here in the Hispanic communities. That's McAllen, also Edinburgh. Here, you see, this is a very important county when it comes to for the chances of Marcus Velez, but he doesn't have a chance. I mean, I already told that before. Because of the margins, Vicky Goodwin is getting in San Antonio, in Houston, in Dallas. They're still missing Austin. In no of those sports, she's getting a huge amount of margin, and that will be it. You cannot make, even though we're getting 70-30 in Webb County, the turnout is off the roofs there. Also, when it comes to Cameron County, the turnout is big. I mean, it's getting 7 plus 4, which is 11. Let's go compare that to the here 7 plus. So that's in Cameron. Okay, that's actually not so bad. It's actually 34%. That's higher than the Democratic average. Of course, Democratic turnout is lower than the Republican turnout this time because this is not supposed to be a very interesting race when it comes to the Democratic side. Vicky Goodwin got 48% in the first round, so she should be in a position that she will win the re-election. She will win, not re-election, nomination very easily. Now the railroad commissioner here in the Republican side is down 6 points. That was 8. Now it's 6.4. Let's go again. I mean, French is doing great in all of the more urban areas, and Jim Wright is doing great in the more mega areas, like in the more rural counties. You see here this, like 60, but the counties are very small. You see here the bubbles, the bigger bubbles around Dallas, Houston, also San Antonio. And yeah, guys, if you have any question, tell me in the comments or tell me in the live chat. I'm not in the comments. I'm gonna be very happy to answer. Yeah, very so I don't have anything to answer, and yeah, I'm gonna be very happy. And let's go here to the Senate now. 26 points. The margins continue to grow, and in about 14 minutes from now, I'll have the projection that finally Paxton wins the race. We're still waiting for that a long time. I don't know what's happening, and yeah. And yeah, so here now 63% for Paxton and 37% for Corning. That's almost a 200,000 votes margin. That'll be probably higher than 400,000 when everything is counted. That's actually big. I mean, I don't know what's happening here, but this is much better than I thought. And already, of course, everybody was thinking that Paxton would win the race, but not by this much, at least in my opinion. Sometimes I would say that I underestimate the power of President Trump's endorsement, and it really is that. Panola County is still missing votes there. Gillespie as well. Sherman County, that's still the same thing. Maybe we can go here in terms of the reported votes already in. We still have some votes, ways to go. Like Polk County is all the way in. Paxton won by 26 in Polk County. Maybe we can check that one before. How it voted Polk County. Polk County, where is that? Where is Polk County? I cannot find it. It's here. He voted for Paxton by 0.6. And why he's voting right now for Paxton by such a high margin. That's interesting. I mean, Paxton is doing much better, he's doing like 25 points better in every place. Let's go here to the remaining votes. We're still missing votes where? We're still missing in the DFW area, of course, in Houston, we're still missing Austin for some reason. We're still missing 40,000 votes there. That'll be a very competitive. Now we have 34 people watching, guys. Thank you so much. And don't forget the usual stuff. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like down below. Let's reach 1,000 people in the channel, 1,000 subscribers. And what's interesting here is that in just 12 minutes from now, I'll have the new update in Dallas. Maybe I can go here to, okay, let's go here to what? To this part, because this website is interesting because we can see the split. And the split is, in the big blue counties, Paxton is leading by, I don't know, maybe you can make the calculation, the percentage is leading by like 60%, not even, I'm sorry, 55%. And in fast changing counties, Paxton is almost not doubling, but he's getting like 60% as well. And solid red counties, he's almost doubling the votes of Corning. The red counties are really like all of those Randall and all of those communities that are very small, like Lombok County, for example. Paxton is actually getting 60% there. This is actually doing great. And in the border counties, this is still very early, but Paxton is getting 10,000 against 5,000 from Corning, even though we're still missing votes when it comes to El Paso, to Hidalgo, to Zapata County. Those are very interesting counties when it comes to the more democratic friendly. That probably will be better for Corning. That's why we're still waiting for that. In the Attorney General race here, Mays Middleton, this is according to the Associated Press, by the way. Mays Middleton is winning right now 57%, and Chippewa is only winning some counties here, like these counties in the more Latino heavy communities. That's why that's interesting to track as well. And in the, did you say that the Dems will win in Alaska? Yeah, that's the new update that we'll have in the video on Friday. That's my prediction, at least. Of course, I mean, feel free to have yours, but I'm seeing the Democrats winning the Senate seat in Alaska because their candidate is such a great candidate, former Congresswoman. Yeah, okay, I mean, you can disagree. It's a very competitive race, so we can go both ways, um, but yeah, former Congresswoman from Alaska, from the Democrats, such a great candidate. I think she will win, probably by a very small margin. Don't forget also, a very important thing, Alaska has a ranked choice voting, so if no one can reach 50%, we'll have the ranked choice voting, and that could actually benefit the Democrats because most of those third-party voters usually vote for the Democrats. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's just my prediction, of course. I mean, feel free to have yours. I'm gonna be very happy to respect that. But it's just in a way that, yeah, I don't know. Right now, I think that Democrats will win in Alaska. To be honest, I'm not seeing Tellurica winning in Texas right now. That's just an opposite scenario. I'm not seeing Tellurica winning in Texas, but I'm seeing the Democrats winning in Alaska. I still think Paxton will win by what point? By a point or 0.5, something in that ballpark. I mean, Ted Cruz won in Texas by 2.4, 2.5, something like that. That's why I'm still saying that that Paxton will actually win Texas, at least right now. That's my opinion. It's very, very close. And what is very close is that we're not winning any new subscriber. That's really bad. I don't know what's happening. I mean, usually we have some live streams with like 500 views and we're able to win 6 subscribers. And in this live stream, we have like 400 views already and we're still at 0. I don't know what's really happening, to be honest. But if you're there, I mean, you just need to click in the button. Now we have 37 people watch. It's a new record for this live stream. You can see you're also railroad commissioner. We don't have the graphic. And in the house races, we do have very interesting, but this is few results already. Okay, let's go again to the Senate results. And we're still missing the update in Dallas will come very soon in just 8 minutes from now. And yeah, as you can see here, 45% of the vote is already in. Paxton is winning by a substantial margin. And in Decision Desk, they're saying 55% of the vote. And let's go to NBC. Right now, we're still estimating 900,000 votes to be counted there. Also, if you want to donate any money, if you want to help the channel even more, you can donate like $1, $2. You can have the link in the description down below. It's a PayPal link. You just need to click there and you can donate any amount. Any amount will be helpful to the channel. You know, every money will be help to make the channel even better. And that's just my thoughts here. Now, 6 minutes until we have the polls closing in Texas, the final polls closing, but we already have the most of the state already in a position that's almost everything is counted. I just want Kennedy County for some reason is still 2-1. Victoria, that's the highest percentage for Corning, I suspect, and that's going only 3 votes there. Here, Panola County 71-29, and yeah, I suspect when we have the next update in Dallas, which will be in just 6 minutes from now, that will be the flip for Paxton. So we don't need the leadership that defends pedophilia. I mean, people choose. People will continue. I'm not gonna say anything directly to that statement, but yeah, people are free to choose their leaders, and they're gonna continue choosing whoever they want. And I'm not gonna say anything more about that statement because I don't want to get in trouble. Because sometimes YouTube has some rules that I cannot say something, and I don't want to be in that position. So I'm not gonna say anything directly to that statement. I'm just gonna say that everybody's free to choose their leaders, and if people want to choose somebody that eventually probably they will choose or probably they won't. I mean, it's free for them to choose. And yeah, 5 minutes now until we have the final projection. Because, I mean, probably we're asking, if Paxton has such a big lead, why didn't CNN, why didn't NBC or the New York Times project for Paxton to win? Because they need to win, they need to win, they really need to not to win, to wait for everything to be counted here. So not to be counted, to be everything to be closed. So the polls need to be closed in the whole portion of Texas. And we're still waiting for El Paso. That's why we don't have results from El Paso, because we're still waiting for polls to close there. And I think also in this county and in Culberson County. And now we have 37 people watching again. It's very impressive. We're still at the same record, basically. And now we just have 517 subscribers. It's fantastic. I just want to say thank you so much for the new subscriber. It's fantastic that you subscribed. I just want to say thank you so much directly. If you're there, just listening, just thank you. And yeah, in 4 minutes we'll have the polls closing in Texas, and we'll have the projections. And yeah, if you have any question about this race or about anything related to politics, it can be related to another country as well if you want. I'm gonna be very happy to answer. Because yeah, sometimes we don't have anything to say during this period. I'm just waiting for the polls to close, to have the projection, and to have some votes coming in from the election day votes come in. and you're watching from Uganda, East Africa. Thank you so much, and hello to Uganda in Africa. That's fantastic. And it's always fun to have people from around the world, and that's really, really impressive. And now we have 38 people watching, almost close to 40. And yeah, Paxson is doing an impressive job. And I don't really have words. He continues to surprise me every time. And I bet you didn't know about Epstein until it was trendy. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything to that, but okay. And yeah, right now here in Portugal, we have a very hot weather. I mean, today now I need to convert degrees to Fahrenheit, for Celsius to Fahrenheit, because otherwise you won't understand. Let me just convert that. So that was today here in Portugal. It was 102 degrees. So now you can understand. Because it was 39 Celsius, but you don't use Celsius. That's why I'm just converting it to Fahrenheit. That was yeah, I know. But sometimes I read every comment. That's why I'm saying I'm not gonna say anything to that, because you were just answering to the other guy there. Um, and here in Portugal is very, very hot, and almost more than 100 degrees here, and that's actually really right now. It's already 2 a.m. here in Portugal, so yeah, not really hot right now, but still something. Now we have 35 people watching still, which is fantastic, and let's go here again to CNN to check if we have anything new. Let's go to the lieutenant governor race. I'm just being fascinated by this. Now Marcusville is at 32%, so he can get to 35 when everything is counted. Even though we're still missing Austin, that probably will harm me. It will harm him. I'm sorry. Now we have 41 people watching. That's fantastic. I just want to say thank you so much. And yeah, if you have any question, I'm gonna say it again. Joao, are you? Let me just read that. Excited for the World Cup? I mean, I don't really like football, but it's my tree. It's my team, and Portugal is one of the main candidates to win the World Cup. I mean, you can argue that we have a very great team. I don't really understand football, but I understand that at least most people are saying that, like Brazil, Germany, Portugal, maybe Spain, those are the best teams, or the best teams for the World Cup. I think we have a chance. Maybe the best position we got was in 1966, if I'm not mistaken, that we got on the third position against we lost against England in the semifinals, and then England won the World Cup in that year. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. It will be fun to watch, of course. I mean, supporting Portugal, even though I don't really like football. I'm really more of a cycling person. I really like cycling, not a lot of football, but yeah, it's just because it's my country, and I want my country to win. And it will be in the United States, so you guys from there, you can actually go there. Even though I know that the ticket prices are actually quite expensive, so I mean, I don't know if it will be easy to go to the stadium and to actually see the teams playing, because those tickets are very, very expensive, at least from what I know. And I'm just gonna do now a quick break around 2 minutes, and I'm gonna be back soon. Less than 2 minutes, I would say. I'll be back by like two by let me just see here, by 9 p.m. Eastern. So guys, I'm back, and now we just reached to 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, and that's it. Now we got the projections, I think. Let's go here to Republican side. Paxton won this. It's over. It's over, but everybody knew it was over. We just got the projection here in Travis County. And right now it looks like that Courtney is actually ahead, even though we're still missing a lot of votes, and we should expect this one to flip. It could flip. Okay, now in the update in Dallas will be at 8:15, which is better than I thought. worse than I thought, because they said it was at 8 and now it will be at 8:15. But we'll wait. Of course, we'll wait. We don't have anything to do. We'll be here. Doesn't matter what happens. So in Austin, we just got the first votes there. I mean, the website, the CNN website is a bit laggy. I mean, my computer is pretty great, and this is taking a bit of time to. It's a bit laggy, I would say. And now Dallas County, we're still waiting for that dump to come in. Barrett County is over, and Travis is going for Corning by 8. But I still think that Paxton has a chance at flipping that. Also, by the way, Sherman County, we got all of the votes in. Corning was ahead here. Now Paxton is ahead by almost 18 points, or by more than 18 points. If you're here, Panola County, you're still missing the early vote there. I'm sorry, the election they vote in. I have to go, but keep up the great work. Thank you so much, and see you in the next live stream, which will be on next Tuesday again. And thank you so much again. Now we have 518 subscribers. Thank you so much for the new subscriber. That's fantastic. I just want to say thank you again. I'm just here try to go at Dell's website just to check if we have the new update, but I don't think we have. Yeah, actually we don't. We're still waiting for that. And yeah, we have now 29 people. Let's go again to the Vicky Goodwin race, but that is over again. I can see your Marcus Fellows getting 31. You could just go to Austin. I mean, Vicky Goodwin got 87% in Austin. I said this would happen. I said that this would be one of the poorest or the worst margins for Marcus Velez, and Marcus Velez got only 14% there, not even 14%. And in the Attorney General race, Nathan Johnson won in the Democratic side, and the Republican side is still competitive. Let's go here to NBC. So now Paxton, they still projected everything. They also projected the Attorney General race for Middleton, but we're still missing the projection in the race here for a railroad commissioner. And this one could be a very interesting race, I just want to tell you, because the votes are still missing are the election votes. And they tend to be pro Jim Wright, I suspect, because if this means that the Beau French is doing much better in all of those urban places, we might see Jim Wright doing better in all of those rural counties. We just got El Paso. El Paso is a dead heat here, and in the Senate, it's not a dead heat. I suspect Paxton is winning by 30. Paxton is winning by 30 in El Paso. That's really something. I mean, El Paso, which is not a very Republican state county. It's actually a Democratic county, and it continues to go in a sense that, I mean, Paxton is just doing a blowout margin. This is really crazy. And now we got a projection here as well. CC Press has projected the nominee, and Corning is basically not even doing that great in the big blue counties. Corning must be winning here in order to win. Right now, he's not really winning. He's not really getting competitive. Even though, yeah, he's not getting like shellacked, and he's getting in the right counties or the even in the fast changing counties, because those two places, I mean, big blue counties and the fast changing counties, those are the two places where the Republicans need that. Where Corning need actually to do great. And right now, I'm not seeing anything. The margin is terrible across the board for Corning. Corning is getting destroyed. In all of the portions here, there's not a single portion of text where I say, I mean, Corning is doing great there. And you can argue that it's Austin. But even Austin, I mean, this when we have the election vote, this can actually go down, and Paxton can actually win there. I'm not saying it will, I'm just saying it can. And we're still missing 800,000 votes. We're gonna be here for a while until we have everything in. And now the railroad commissioner is down the margin. It was 5.4, now it's 5.3. We'll be tracking this one. This can actually be competitive when we have everything counted. But this is over. I mean, 25 points. I said what? I said 20 points. And that would be great if Paxton would reach 20 points. Right now it's 25. Also, Loving County will go for Corning. I mean, he needs a little bit of love, because after this primary, this was really, really bad result for him. And I mean, he's out. He's out of the Senate. One of the longest serving Republicans in the Senate. He is like there for 20 plus years or so, and he failed to win renomination. He failed to win the race again, and he is gone, really. And by the way, just got more votes in Loving County, and Paxton seems to tie. I mean, this is crazy. And Paxton is doing a fantastic job winning voters. Of course, you can argue that that was in part because of President Trump. But yeah, I mean, probably it was because of President Trump. But you cannot you cannot always say that that is President Trump and that is all of those people. He also has a bit of merit to Paxton himself. And now, yeah, we're still missing some counties, of course. But let's go here to the not this one, to the not Democratic again. Let's go to the Senate here. And in Dallas, we're still at the same point. Let's go to Dallas again. I'm just gonna check here in the website if they have a new update. Yeah, they say 8:15, so in 9 minutes. 9 minutes from now, I'll have a new update there, and that will be an interesting one as well to check. And don't forget, guys, subscribe to the channel if you like down below. We're at 518, only 2 subscribers away until 520, and that was the goal for this live stream, to reach the highest number we could. And I still think we can do better. I still think we can earn more subscribers. We're here for like 1 hour and 20 minutes already. I still think that there's a possibility in which we can earn more subscribers. But this was a great night for PAX. I'll be here all night. Every time we have an election, I'll be here talking about the results, talking about what it means, what it represents, where the votes coming from, because that sometimes it matters. I mean, if we're only seeing results from Austin and Dallas, it's probably gonna say Corning will win, but that is not, because Corning will do better in those urban places. When it comes to Houston, he's getting shellacked. I mean, only 30 points in Houston for Paxton. When you go to Montgomery, that's almost 50 points, more than 50 points. I'm sorry, more than 40 points. That's 43 points. And that's crazy. That's crazy. And I'm just saying that this is much better than I thought, and most people thought. Also, by the way, if we have any Paxton supporters in the live chat there, listening to the live stream, tell me your opinion. What do you think about this result? And if we have some Democrats there as well, do you prefer Paxton recording for the general election? Are you happy with the result we got in the Republican runoff primary? I just want your opinion. I want to compare opinions, because that is what politics is about. It's about opinions, about comparing themselves, about trying to understand what is better for the country. Even if sometimes we might disagree, and we are very happy to agree on disagree. that is okay. Now we have 40 people watching, guys. Thank you so much. And let's go here again to decision desk. Now we're at 61%. And for some reason we're still waiting for that Dallas votes to come in. Let's go here again to decision to call sheet. I mean, this is crazy. They're still saying 59%. I'm not so sure if this is the percentage that Paxton will get. Doesn't make any sense. Let's go to Texas, Texas Senate, because I want to just just want to go to Texas Senate here and try to understand if they have a projection for the midterms, because I want to get this. Where is that? I mean, I don't understand. Where is that Texas Senate here? Where is Tellurico? I mean, I want to compare the general. If we can actually compare the general. I mean, I don't understand what's happening here. What's happening? Elections, not primaries. Let's go to U.S. elections. I mean, I'm not so sure where is that, but let's go here to the which party will control the Senate. I can find it. For some reason, I'm here trying to find. Where is that? And Texas Senate winner. Maybe I can go like this. Texas Senate winner. Okay, Ken Paxton. So right now, as you can see here, Paxton is ahead in Kalshi, still saying 55% for him. But what is interesting here is that, okay, what is this race intel? Okay, so in terms of the amount of money raised, look at this, 40 million for Tellurico and 7 million for Paxton. I'm probably gonna say, yeah, money isn't everything. Money isn't everything in politics, but it is. I mean, it really is. And sometimes this amount of money is like more than 4-1. It's close to 5-1, and that is a big margin. It will. I'm not saying it's impossible, because Corning spent a lot in this election. Now he's gone, but still, it is not a great way to be in. And polls. I've been saying that Florica is ahead. I don't trust polls, to be honest. Polls are polls, and everybody can have a poll. If I just go to Austin, I can have a poll saying that Florica will win. If I just go to Lubbock, I'll get a poll that says that Paxton will win. But I mean, polls depends. Now we have 42 people watching, guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Leave a like down below. I also have a link there if you want to donate any money. The link in the description down below. It just helps a lot. And donating $1, $2, it really helps a lot. If it is $1 or $2, it really helps. And if you just have the ability to do that, it really helps. I'm just gonna say it again. We have 45 people watching, guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're still at 518 for some reason. Let's go to 519. Let's go to 520. So right now, let me just go here to the official Dallas website. We're still at the same point. They say 8:15, so in 4 minutes from now. For some reason, they're still taking a lot of time to actually get those votes counted. I don't know what's happening. Now we have 24 likes in the live stream. Let's go to 30 likes. I think we can do that. And yeah, in terms of the remaining votes, as you can see here, just it's all basically in all of the places here. And it's mostly in the urban areas like Austin, like Dallas. Even though this bubble in Dallas, it seems that Courtney is actually ahead there. When we have the rest of the votes, the man actually flipped, and Paxton man actually took the lead. Take the lead. I'm sorry. We're only like 4 minutes away until we have the next update in Dallas, and that can actually mean that Paxton will actually take the lead in Dallas. So we'll still have to wait. And right now, let's go here to again. We're still missing a lot of border counties. They don't have El Paso here for some reason. Now they have El Paso, but we're still missing a lot. I mean, I don't know. This is so low. Maybe it is gonna be like that. Now we got El Hidalgo. Let's go again to here to I don't know, Lieutenant Governor, Democratic side, and not New Mexico. Here, look at this. Democratic side, Lieutenant Governor, and yeah, Marcus Velez at 31%. He got what? He got only 56% Hidalgo. This is bad. I mean, how was the primary? He got 66. He's doing much worse in those places. I don't really know what's happening. I have 46 people watching, guys. Thank you so much. And now, yeah, finally, CNN is saying to me in their app, saying Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton will defeat Senator John Cornyn in the race. I mean, finally, we already knew that a long time ago. Now I have 48 people watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Leave a like down below. We can get new results in Dallas in just 2 minutes from now. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'm gonna be very happy to answer. It's completely free. You don't have to do anything. You just have to go there, ask your question. I'm gonna be very happy to answer, and it's like it is. Now only 1 minute away until we have the new report from Dallas County Election Department. That'll be an interesting one to get because I suspect Paxton will surpass Cornyn in the next batch, and we have 52 people watching, guys. Thank you so much for all the support. I just want to say thank you so much, and yeah, I suspect we can get more subscribers. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like down below, you know, the usual stuff. I'm just gonna say it again, repeating and repeating, because I mean, you don't know, because it's really hard to grow on YouTube, especially if you don't want to be like biased, if you want to say like being independent, because that's really my goal here, is to be independent and not to be like traditional media just saying, ooh, we're impartial, but actually we're not impartial. And I don't want that for my channel. I want the channel to be like open to everybody, from MAGA Republicans to AOCs. I want everybody to be able to feel welcome here, and that's really the point of this channel. It's not to be like against traditional media, but it's actually to be better than them, and to actually to embrace everybody. Because sometimes people say it's about democracy and democracy, but when it comes to really embracing others' opinion, they just say, I don't want that person to speak because I don't want to hear their opinion. And I don't think that's correct. And that's why I built this channel, and also because I love elections and I really love covering everything. And I really love, now we have 519 subscribers. Thank you for the new subscriber. That's amazing. And I really love everything about this, and I'm really passionate about. That's why I'm just trying here. This is just I do this in the free times, but if I can make this thing a job one day, maybe that would be amazing. Of course, I'm not right now. It's not my only job. I don't profit out of this. I only got some dollars in terms of donations, but that's the only portion I'm winning. I'm not really earning anything from YouTube right now because I'm not really at 1,000 subscribers yet. That's why you must subscribe. Help me getting to 1,000. It doesn't really cost you. You just need to click, and it really helps. You don't know by how much sometimes. It really helps. I'm just gonna say it again. It really helps. Not only motivating me for doing more content, because right now I have 3 videos per week. Probably can go up to 5 or 6 when and maybe in the midterms I can have daily videos. covering everything about the early voting, about campaign events, and that'll be the goal when it comes to the midterms. Right now, we still have a long way to go until we reach that, a couple of 160 days or so. And yeah, let's go here. So now it's 9:16. Let's go here to Dallas because probably can have the new update. Yeah, actually they don't. Yes, we're still missing the new update. Maybe I can go here and just send me the link myself. Okay, now we have here. Okay, now I have 33 people watching. Wait a minute. Okay, now we have here the link from Dallas County official website. As you can see here, still missing the 8:15 p.m. the election of an official results report. You'll see missing for that report. They said 8:15. It's already 8:15, but we'll have to wait. They say we have this as well. Maybe we have something here. I'm not so sure about that. Let me just wait. Okay, now we have. It's only the. Yeah, I don't think we have. This is only the election vote. I'm sorry, the early vote. Maybe. Vote types. Look at this. It's only the EV in-person votes. So we're still missing the election votes, as you can see here. And it looks like that Ken Paxton did much better in the suburban areas. When it comes to the more urban areas, did much better, as it was expected. I mean, everybody expected this. We got some ties as well, 1-to-1, some things without any votes. And I mean, Dallas is not important here because it's not a very huge voting center for the Republicans. It's much smaller than Harris, which is Houston. But when it comes to general, I mean, the Democrats will have to get here, I would say 70%. I'm not even kidding. When you go to 2018, I mean, Beto O'Rourke was basically almost won this. I mean, Dallas County, as you can see here, was 66%, and it wasn't enough. So maybe this needs to go up to 68%, probably 70%, and it can be probably not enough, and that's why we should, because look at these areas. Even though most of Texas is like, we have this very big counties for the Democrats, you also go to this very small counties for Republicans. They can actually run it up. They can actually get 87%, 84%, 88%, and they're very small, but they can actually add a lot of votes. That's why, for example, here Ted Cruz got a delta of 5,000 votes. That's what I mean here. So here again to Dallas. And now we're still missing the update. I don't know, they're taking a lot of time to update this thing. I don't know what's happening, but it's okay. We'll have to wait. And now the margin is close to 25 points. Let's go get to the railroad commissioner. Right now the margin is down to 4.66. That was 5.4. Now it's 4.6. The margin is going down as more votes are coming. We're still missing a lot. Not even Decision Desk HQ projected this race. We're still missing that, because this one is going to be a very competitive race. Now we're at 520 subscribers, guys. Thank you so much for the new subscriber. Just want to say thank you again for the new subscriber, and it helps me a lot. And now we already won 4 today. That's amazing. And I just want to say thank you again. It really, really helps. You don't know how much it helps sometimes. Let me just hear just something. And yeah, let me just here update again the website. We're still at the same point. Now we're at 66% of the vote in the Republican side in the senatorial primary. I think we can certainly reach here. This one is still competitive. 4.66 in the railroad commissioner race. The Senate 25.48, and looks like that Loving is still okay. Loving finished counting. You know, this is a very small county, like 8-8. And the Democratic side, I suspect the votes there were very small as well, like 3-2. So not even 20 votes in that county. I mean, 20 votes in that county specifically. So we're still missing this county here to finish counting. 6-2. So Kennedy County, it voted for Cornyn by a very big margin. I mean, Cornyn can celebrate. He won Kennedy County 6 votes to 2 in that specific county. It was fantastic. I mean, probably he's celebrating at home that he won that county by that big margin, but it's over. It's over. He lost the race. Now we have 521 subscribers. That's fantastic. I just want to say thank you again. Maybe I can bring the subscriber count there. Wait a minute. Maybe I can bring the subscriber count So it's better to be tracking the subscribers. Now you have 521 out of 600. 600 is the next main goal. Of course, we're still a long way to go. I don't expect to reach that margin today. But yeah, again, if you have any question, feel free to ask. I'm gonna be very happy to answer, the usual stuff. And maybe in a couple of minutes, I'm gonna do a quick break again. But yeah, so far I'll still be here waiting for a bit until we have more votes. Until we have that Dallas update, because I'm still looking forward to seeing that in a long time. And I don't know what that is taking so long. Why is that taking so long to actually report the election vote? We're here for 1 hour and 40 minutes or so, and we're still waiting for the election vote there. Texas here, because I'm seeing some counties, actually like 30 or 40 counties. And in the general election, as you can see here, I don't know why they don't have here Paxton, but it's going to be James Tallarico and Ken Paxton. It'll be a fantastic race to watch, one of the closest races across the country. As you can see here, why they have Paxton in the blue color? Maybe you cannot check that. Look at this. Why they have Paxton in the blue color and Tallarico in the red color? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, sometimes decision desk, and that is not a decision, that's probably on Kalchi's fault here. But okay. You can see here the polls. I mean, James Tallarico, where is that? And Paxton, where is that? I cannot find that, but okay, it's okay. Let's go again here to the Railroad Commissioner race, 4.46, still a very competitive race right now. And this is interesting. This is certainly an interesting race. Now we have 32 people watching, guys. Thank you so much for the huge support you're showing. And we're at 521 for the people who are watching there. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like down below, the usual stuff. And we're still missing the votes in Dallas. I don't know what's happening there. They're taking a lot of time. And now we just got the voting report through here, Republican side. So we got only 15. I mean, this is not correct. What's happening? What's happening? We only got 15 votes in the election vote. I don't really know what's happening here, because there's no way we only got 15 votes in the election vote. There's no way. In the Democrats, I got 71. That is not correct either. But yeah, I mean, this is not correct. Certainly. Maybe I can go here to the Republicans. Where is that? Maybe this is correct, but they just didn't count more votes. Why is that? 15 votes. So if you go here, look at this election vote. Election vote is going for Paxton 11 to 4. Of course, this is just 15 votes, but that can actually represent something. And Paxton is really getting ahead in that election vote, at least right now, of course. When it comes to that railroad commissioner, 8 to 4, Jim Wright is also winning this. The incumbent. This is interesting. I mean, right now, but it's only 15 votes. What happened? What really happened? I don't know what happened there. Only 15 votes. Oh God, what's happening? 15 votes in Dallas. Let's go here to Dallas. 50.7. Let's go to the decision desk. Maybe they have. Now it's still 50.69. It didn't change anything. Now we have 36 people watching. I'm gonna start a poll, by the way. I'm gonna start a poll to people that are there. So if you're there, you can vote. Texas Senate race, you can either vote for Paxton or for Tallarico. So let's see who's gonna win here. It's just a poll to see the enthusiasm, because sometimes when we do those live streams, like in Virginia, we got a lot of Republicans here watching. Also in New Jersey, in the 11th congressional district, especially, got a lot of Democratic people watching here. I'm just doing this in a try to test the enthusiasm and to check if we can actually have if we were actually having more Republicans or more Democratic people watching us right now. It can actually be a testament of how popular one of the candidates is. Now we have Paxton winning right now, only a vote, only one vote, but it's going to be actually an interesting thing. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave your like down below, the usual stuff. And yeah, don't forget as well to do the usual stuff there. I have 38 people watching now. Paxton is still leading 100%, but it's only one vote. And yeah, let's go here again and check if we actually have a new update in Dallas, because that update was crazy. But they still 15 votes. I don't know what happened here. They only got 15 votes. That doesn't make any sense, to be honest. Only 15 votes, that doesn't make any sense. But yeah, we'll have to wait until we have more things. You have more things counted, because right now they only say 15 election day. This can't be true. I mean, it's probably only one county or so. Let's go to turnout. I mean, turnout is higher in those places because probably you got some early voting here, some election day voting here, but this doesn't make any sense. We'll have to wait. We'll have to wait until we have more stuff in. Right now, let's go to that railroad commissioner race, 4.43. Let's go to the congressional races as well. In the 35th here, Carlos de la Cruz and John Lujan. John Lujan is doing great in Bexar County, but this is over. I mean, you can maybe we can project this thing. This is over for Carlos de la Cruz because Bexar County, you can see here is a portion of the suburban of San Antonio. Also got here Colin Allred learning right now against Julian Johnson. So Colin Allred was decided. He basically said, "I want to be senator of Texas. I'm gonna have my candidacy again." But then he said, "I'm gonna quit because I'm gonna endorse Tolerico." And there was a big mess. And now he's trying to go to the House again in this very Democratic district against Julian Johnson, incumbent. I mean, this is really sad. It would be a colleague of you just trying to steal your, not steal, but you understand what I mean. And now you can see here Christian Menefee won this against Allgreen. Allgreen that protest a lot against President Trump's speech in the State of the Union address and is now out of Congress. Only getting 31%. This is really bad. I mean, you can see here the first round he got 44. Right now in the runoff he only got 31. What happened here, I don't know, but everything is counted as well. And maybe you can go here to statewide as well in Texas. So right now, 26 points in the race. Maybe we can just update this thing if we actually have something new. I don't know what's happening here, but they say it's 15 votes. I don't know. This is not correct at all, at least in my opinion. I still think we have a lot of votes there. I'm not so sure what's happening, but okay. And we're only missing 760,000 votes. Okay, so you can see here right now, Cornyn is leading 4 counties in Texas. 2 of them he can actually lose. I'm not sure about the others, but I'm sorry, Panola County is gone for him, and Kennedy County's everything is counted 62, so he'll win those 2 counties, I can tell you. Dallas and Austin probably he can lose, but this is an incumbent that will only win, right? It looks like right now, 4 counties of the total 200 plus counties in the state of Texas. This is a terrible job, and he's only winning the counties that are actually the most establishment Republican counties. I mean, Dallas, Austin, the usual stuff. This is really terrible right now. And it seems that now Cornyn is down more than 200,000 votes to John Cornyn. This is a terrible, terrible, terrible result for him right now. Don't forget, guys, we have 40 people watching almost. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's reach 530. I think we can do that. Let's go there. Don't forget the usual stuff. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like down below. And it's just fantastic to have you guys all there. We also have a very interesting poll running in the channel now. We have 2 votes, 100% for Paxton. Still looks like we only have Republican vote people there, and this is really, really something. I mean, Paxton is doing a fantastic job. Of course, and by the way, James Tolerico published on Twitter or on X right now, "I want to thank Senator John Cornyn for his years representing our state. We don't agree on everything, but we both still believe in public service. To Senator Cornyn's supporters, you have a place in our campaign." And this is a great post in the sense that tries to bring the more moderate Republicans that voted for Cornyn to vote for Tolerico and to endorse him. And this is actually interesting in that regard. I mean, of course, it was expected that he would do such a post, but it's actually interesting. And yeah, right now, guys, if you're there, you can subscribe to the channel, leave your like down below, the usual stuff. And by the way, another person here, I'm gonna just wait a minute. This is a fantastic tweet I'm gonna show you. say credits to people the person that posts this. But look at this. May 5th, Trump-backed challengers defeat 5 Indiana state senators. And then in May 16th, Bill Cassidy loses to Trump endorsee. And then in May 19th, Thomas Massie loses to Ed Galbraith in the Kentucky 4th. And then now, John Cornyn loses to Trump endorsee as well, Paxton. And this is going to be a thing that we already saw this a lot of time now. Trump's endorsement is actually a big portion of what happens here. And Trump endorses somebody, that somebody is probably going to win the election. At least so far, it seems that is happening right now. So the margin is now over 26 points for Paxton. The margin seems to continue going up there. Guys, if you're there, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave your like down below. We're at 521. I still think we can reach more. 522, 523. You also have a link. I'm going to publish in the wait a minute. So if you want to help the channel like in a better way, you can use that link and donate some money, like $1, $2, any amount that you can. If you can actually donate, it actually helps a lot. It, of course, that costs you something, but it really helps a lot in the channel. Try to be better, try to have more videos, try to have more live streams, and try to help our movement of actually being in a way that we're not partisan. We're trying to be the most unbiased possible, and try not to have interests in the race. And I try to be here. Look, I want Cornyn to win. No, I don't. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that I want anybody to win. And this is the point of this channel. Right now, we only have a tie. 2 counties for. Okay, this is interesting. So Panola County, that was a tabulation error. Actually, I mentioned that before. That could actually be a thing, and now it's gone. I mean, Panola County went for Paxton, not for Cornyn, and that's interesting. Right now, I'm still here for Cornyn, as you can see, but this is a tabulation error. I mean, CNN website is terrible. It's very slow. This could actually be a tabulation error here in Kennedy County, but we'll have to wait. And now in Dallas, for some reason, we still have the same votes. This is actually taking a lot of time, but there's now a possibility in which right now, in which Kennedy County can be the only county that Cornyn actually wins, and that is something. If that is the only county, that can actually be something. Right now, we're still at 521, so guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you like down below, and the usual stuff. It's really simple, it really helps a lot. And now we have 30 likes. Let's get to 40, if it is possible or not. And I don't know, guys, if you have any question, please tell me about this race. It can be about any race. And yeah. And yeah, you know the usual stuff. I'm just doing, let me just go here. Let's go here to the official website, but I still think this is, I mean, only 15 votes. How they only count 15 votes during 1 hour and 15 minutes? That doesn't make any sense. Now we're at 23 people watching. Let's go to that railroad commissioner race. Now it's at 4.07. So the margin is going down and down and down. As more votes were coming, the margin is going down in this race in Texas. Now it's down to 4.07. It can go below 4 if this continues. And yeah, I mean, this is continue going down, at least so far. Let's go here again. Now we have 25 people watching. Let's go, guys. Let's press the subscribe button. It's really simple that you do that. It really helps a lot. It doesn't cost you anything. None of the usual stuff. You know, sometimes I seem to be saying this a lot of times, but it's actually because it helps a lot. If you don't have the money to donate, if you don't have all of that stuff, it just helps. It makes my day. For any new subscriber that press that button, it just helps me. It just helps my day as well. And now we're still at 521. Now we're at 70%. The race is at 70% in. Let's go to here to Vicky Goodwin, and now Marcus Velez is at 31%. Even though, yeah, we're still missing some votes. He got a huge margin in this part, but not even in El Paso he's winning. When in the race, he got 47%. Right now, he's only getting 46%. He might do better when it comes to election votes, but still not a good way to go. Not doing great there. And I mean, Marcus Velez lost all of his support in the first round that he got in all of those places. He has gone for good in that regard. Let's go to the Attorney General race. I mean, Nathan Johnson won this by 20 points almost, and that was a big, big win. And also Mays Middleton won the race for Attorney General in Texas for the primary in the Republican side, 56 to 44. That was actually a big win as well. And now the margin for Railroad Commissioner is down from 4 points. Now it's 51.98 to 48.02. It's going to be a very competitive race. I can tell you, it's going to be a very, very competitive race. And it'll be fun to watch until the end, as you know. But don't forget, guys, just press the subscribe button. It actually helps a lot. I'm just going to say it again. Just press it out. And it's like that. If you can do that, it makes my day. I'm just gonna say that. And yeah, if you have any question, feel free to ask there in the live chat because it really help. I'm really available to answer to anything that you may have. And right now, as you can see here, the more votes outstanding are in Houston, are in Dallas, and they, as you can see here, those counties are voting for Beau French, the guy that is right now actually winning the race right now. But those are seems like election to vote, and they can actually be better for Jim Wright, the incumbent. So I'm not ruling out that Jim Wright can actually win this, even though this is very competitive. This is not over. This is all about the SAVE Act. I mean, it doesn't really matter right now because Cornyn will just be elected. I mean, Paxton, if elected, will just be for next year. But the Republicans are really trying to pass that act, but it's really been hard because the Democrats are now activating the filibuster, so you need 60 votes to actually pass that thing, and it's not easy to get. So we'll wait. And if that passes, I'm not so sure if that'll be in time for the midterm election because we're only now 160 days until we reach that. Also, today we got two news that not Mississippi, I'm sorry, in Alabama, the Republicans cannot use the new map in the next election because they say the Supreme Court said it's not fair to just draw districts based on a race. That's what they said because that's racial discrimination. That's what they said as well. And we also got Virginia map is down. I mean, Democrats will not get those extra seats. So we're getting a lot of news in terms of the redistricting. And also, Louisiana, we got some news there. I'm not so sure about that. I think we got some news there as well. Let's go here to Dallas just to check the votes. We're still at the same point. And now the margin is it's 250,000. 250,000 here in Texas. Let's go here again to okay. There's still the same point here, but I think that's a tabulation here. So if you go here to Senate, exactly. And now if you go to the Railroad Commissioner, now it's down to 3.79. So this is going down and down and down as more votes are coming. And don't forget, guys, to have 18 people watching. Click the button, click to subscribe to the channel. Helps a lot. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really makes my day. I just want to say that. We're now at 521. I still think we can reach 524 now or more. And yeah. Okay, we're still missing the update in Dallas. Now the margin is 3.79 in this race. I'm going to be here at least until we have a final decision in this Texas Railroad Commissioner race. I still think that could take a while. I hope it doesn't take a lot of time because yeah. Because yeah. Right now it's already 9:40 in the East Coast. It's like 8:40 in Texas. And yeah. Yeah, if you have any questions, I'm going to be very happy to answer. That's why, I mean, you should subscribe. You should really tell me everything that you want in the live chat. I'm going to be very happy to answer and to also to read every and each of your comments and each one of your comments. And okay, let's go, guys. Again, 3.79 still in the Railroad Commissioner race. In in the Republican side out 26 points, 26.5 points for Paxton. So this is, I mean, this is crazy. When you're seeing an incumbent only getting 36% of the vote, only getting 340,000 votes, and as you can see here, Courtney is getting basically a third of the votes, whereas Paxton is getting more than 50% of the vote, and Courtney got 42%. Right now, Courtney is not even getting 37, and probably this will go down even more as more votes are being counted. So that is terrible, terrible, terrible. In every term you want to quantify, it's just bad. It's just really bad. And Octalis is still going by 1.4, even though I suspect when we have everything counted there, the margin will not going to be by that margin. I think Paxton will win Dallas when everything is counted. Let's go here again. So Paxton is getting 55% chance of winning in the Senate race, and that is expected. I mean, Paxton is likely going to win. Let's just read comments from people. But Lorico has a puncher's chance. Can he buy? Should be too early to corrupt to be elected. But Bums and mindless. I'm not gonna read that comment because it's offensive. But okay. But I agree that Paxton is probably gonna win, at least right now. Texas has just selected Lorico tonight. I mean, he probably that could actually be a possibility, but yeah, I'm not so sure. I think still, I mean, people sometimes mention a lot, oh, Tax is going to flip. I mean, we got Beto O'Rourke in 2018 that did a fantastic job. Man, you can hate him, but he did a fantastic job in terms of turning out voters, in terms of trying to really get voters out. And he went to every 200 plus counties in Texas, to 254 counties. And he tried to really to flip this thing against an unpopular senator. Ted Cruz was a very unpopular senator. And this was it. I mean, he did great. He got huge percentages in Austin, in Houston, in Dallas, but he failed. He failed to win, and this possibly meant a lot for Texas right now, because right now it's very hard to flip the state like Texas. I mean, Texas is still a Republican state. The Democrats, they want to say a lot of stuff. They want to say that this is not a Republican state, this is a swing state because of this margin, because 2 points are really competitive. It's like as competitive as Georgia. But it's just because Beto O'Rourke was such a great candidate. I'm not so sure if Tellurico is like Beto O'Rourke or is going to get the same support. Look at Travis County. 50 points in Travis. I mean, if you go to 2024 in Texas, Kamala got here, that's 40. That's 40 points. 40 points, and that was 50 points. That's 10 points better in Travis County. If you go to Bear County, and if you go to this place like Laredo, look at it, 71 in Laredo. Trump won this county, if you go here. So this is the point. Trump did much better in Hispanic communities. And when you go to those ports, Beto O'Rourke was just amazing. It's just amazing, doing fantastic work there, turning out voters. If that can be a possibility again, I'm not so sure. Let's go here again to a decision desk, and now 3.62. The margin continues to go down. Now it's 3.59. The margin continues to go down and down, and down, and we'll see. Now we're still missing votes in Dallas, still missing some votes in those parts, but this is certainly an interesting way to go, even though we still have a long way to go. I mean, we're only now at 73%, and yeah. Now it's 3.51. The margin closed again. Now it's 3.51 in this race, even though I think this didn't update. Just refresh this. And now it's 3.59 again. I don't know, it's true. This actually... Okay, and guys, if you're there, we're still at 521, guys. Let's go. I want to right there, 522. Just need to click there. It's very easy. We're very close to reach 525. Let's go. I think we can reach that today. Let's go here again to the... Okay, now we're only missing some votes. We're only missing some counties. Even though CNN didn't correct this tabulation error in Panola County. This is pretty weird. But this was the projection that the Vote Hub got for tonight. 20 points for Paxton. Right now it seems that this will be at least 26. And I would say that 30 is still a possibility for Ken Paxton tonight. As you can see here, I'm not sure how many times. I don't know how much time I'll be here, because this is already, most of the things already decided. I'm just waiting for these commissioners to be decided. because the rest of things, okay, we're still missing here Colin Alred, but Colin Alred, we're just missing the L's update, still waiting for that. And here in the 35th, it's still the same point, Carlos de la Cruz. And then the rest of them already decided. So that's why, I mean, I don't know. I'm going to do a quick break of around 5 minutes or so. I'm going to leave in this race because this is the most competitive. Or no, actually, I'm going to leave in the Paxton race. I'm going to leave it here because this is actually the race we're getting. And I'll be back soon. Guys, so I'm back, and right now we are now at close, I think, to 70% or so. Let's go here again. Exactly, we're now at 76%, and Beau French is at 51.7, and Jim Wright at 48.3. This is still very competitive. Let's go here to Dallas again, just compare if we actually have something new, but we don't for some reason, and yeah. Paxton is now close to 27 points. And I think I'm going to end the live stream in, I'm going to end the live stream in about like 2 or 3 minutes because there's not much I can tell you. The votes are there. Don't forget something. I'm going to send you a link there as well. Wait a minute. The link there if you want to watch my prediction for the Wisconsin gubernatorial race, because that's a very competitive race in November. If you want to click that link, and if you're going to check the video after I end the live stream, of course, and we'll also have another video on Friday about the my senatorial predictions for the 2026 midterms. It's going to be fantastic, I suspect. And that's why you must subscribe. You must subscribe to in order not to miss those type of videos. We have videos every week. We have 3 videos per week. Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. When we have live stream on Tuesday, we don't have video on Wednesday. That is what happens over time. And yeah, right now we're still missing 4 votes. I don't know how many times this will take to get everything counted here. Right now it's still the same point. As you can see here, the margin is only 31,000 votes. We're still missing some votes, and this can take a while. I'm not going to be here for any more time because it's going to take a bit of time, and I'm not going to be here wasting, because yeah, this can take like 2 or 3 hours, and I'm going to be here waiting for only one race. If there was more, if the Texas race for Senate it's going to be competitive, if that would be the case, I'll still be here. It's not. So I'm going to end the live stream right now. Thank you so much for all the support. That's why now you must subscribe to the channel. Link there in the bottom right now. And I'll be back in the next. We'll be on next Tuesday with the elections on California and many other states. Thank you so much, and I'll be back soon. Thank you so much.